Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 2 of our playthrough of Zcide Black Plague, quest number 2, the Black Book, where we are trying to recover a ancient necromantic book to find out what the heck is going on and why the zombies are coming. So, well, last episode, I had a new camera. I don't know if it was user error or something was wrong, but a couple clips didn't get filmed, so be extra careful this time, and I'm watching to make sure that they're coming out right. But we're going to get started right away. Last turn was pretty simple. I just got everybody poised and in position. There's some zombie action going on where we had a couple of zombies enter the space of our players or get close to it. I'll show you that. And we have moved the start player token to Galinda, who is our lovely little dwarf woman. Remember, she's tough, so she gets to ignore the first hit that a zombie gives her, which is fine. But anyway, she has a zombie in her space. Let's zoom in on that. Okay, this is Galinda right here, and as you can see, there is a little zombie right here. So we're going to take care of that zombie. We're going to get the dice bowl out, and we're going to make a roll over there. She has a hammer, so let's look at her real quick and see what the hammer does. I'm going to take the hammer out of her tray and show you. Basically, the hammer is a zero range weapon, meaning it's melee only. I'm going to back that up so you can see it. It is, you roll one die, you need a 4 or better to hit, and it does 2 points of damage. So it is able to kill things like fatties and that's some bigger beasties, but right now we don't need to worry about that. We just need to take care of that one little zombie. Alright, there's the zombie side dice tray. You can see it's a little plastic dice tray that folds up nicely. I'm going to put it right there. We only need one die. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we're going to roll one die and we'll see what we get. We get a 5, so actually the first of Galinda's 3 actions killed this zombie. Put that off to the side and go back to her player board, where we're going to give Galinda 1 experience point. So that was her first of 3 actions. Her second action will be for her to move into the building. Oh, and let me see, does the hammer create noise? No, only when opening doors. So she is then going to strike that zombie right there. So we already got the dice tray out there. Remember, we need a 4 or better. Let's see what we get. A 3, so on her third action. So first action she killed a zombie, second action she moved, third action she swung and missed. That is going to be Galinda's turn. That is it for her. Now we're going to have the archer, Cadence, up. Unfortunately for Cadence, we can't do much unless she swaps out weapons. So let's go down to Cadence now. The reason I say that is because Cadence has a short bow right now. And it's not going to help our stalwart heroes very much because that does not open doors. But the range on that is a 0 to 1. I think what we're going to do, just to play it safe, is we're going to have Cadence just use 1 action to step into this area here and start to prepare to start shooting at the zombies that are coming their way, especially the Deadeye archers that are coming. Those are going to be bad. When they get in range of 1 of her, they're going to start shooting back. Hopefully we can get them dead before that happens. So let's move on from that. That is going to be it, actually. I don't think she's going to do anything more. So it's going to be the end of her turn. Now we're going to go up to Hitch, which is also down in the space. Actually, this is where I moved Cadence, right here, so that we can protect this area. I don't know if you can see it all clearly enough. Let me back up just a little more so you can see. So we got these zombies coming in right here. Got Cadence right here now. And then we got Hitch right here. And Hitch is going to go next. Okay, well, here is Hitch. And I'm going to bring the dice bowl over because we're going to need it. And Hitch is going to use his short sword to open the door. So that's going to require 4. So let's we got the dice tray out right there. You can see it. Let's roll the dice for the first action. It's a 2, so he missed. Second action, a 6. So it took 2 actions. We whacked at the door twice, meaning there's going to be 2 noise tokens placed there, which will attract lovely zombies. But we did open this door, and I'm opening this one first so we can get the token that's in there and not have to deal with too many zombies. So we are going to have a zombie there, so I'm going to get this out, and we're going to draw 1 card to see what we get. Oh no, the necromancer spawns in its space. Okay, and all necromancers on the board gain an extra activation, but there's not going to be one. So let me get the necromancer out and get that done. Okay, now necromancer spawns are quite special. This is the plastic necromancer spawn token. So what happens when a necromancer spawns? He also spawns a special spawn point that will summon extra zombies during the normal zombie turn, but will also make us draw a card right now. So Hitch still has an action, but first, before we do that, we have to draw another zombie card, and it's a necromancer again. So there won't be any zombies there, but our necromancer is going to move into our space. It says spawn a necromancer, which with its necromancer spawn zone, all necromancers already on the board activate gain an extra action. So let me think about that. That may not. I'm going to look at the rules on that. I just want to make sure we can actually spawn 2 there. Not sure. Well, y'all, it does look like this can have this cascading effect on our game. So as far as I can tell, it does actually spawn another necromancer, which I have to get out of the box. Wow, and that's not good for us, is it? And let's see. Let me find another necro here. Come on, necro, is there only one? I guess there's only one. We can only have one, so it respawns. Interesting. So I guess what we would do in this case, is spawn. Yeah. So here's what happens. We're not going to put an extra zone out, but I guess we would just draw another card, and he would activate. So he is going to activate, which means he's going to move into here. Not good for him necessarily, but then we're going to draw another one. We're going to get 3 walkers there. So there's 1. I think I'm going to need some additional walkers as well. Darn walkers, because there's going to be 3 in that room. Man, I'm glad we opened up this can of problems right now, right? And this will be 2 and 3. Okay, tell me if I did that right. I'm pretty sure I did. I read the rules a couple times. Looks like, yeah, when you spawn, he just moves. He gets extra activations because he's trying to get off the board. If he escapes, the spawn point becomes permanent. We don't want that. But we have there 3. There are a couple of other necromancers that can't appear, I guess, at the same time because they're special. The Grin is his name, and Evil Troy that I do have them in the game. And I don't remember if I put Queen Medea in there too. Those are special necromancers. But anyway, that's what happened. So, quite a crazy moment. We bust open the door, necromancer comes running out, there's all these zombies in the room, it's crazy times. But Hitch does have one more action. So he squeals like a little girl. Actually, he squeals like David Bowie. Oh, or something. And then he's going to attack the necromancer. So he needs a 4 to hit. He only needs to do 1 point of damage. Necromancers aren't tough, they just bring stuff with them, and they try to flee, and if they flee, their spawn point becomes permanent. So he needs to roll a 4+ to kill the necromancer with his short sword. He rolled a 5, so he did. Boom! What that means is the necromancer is immediately killed. That is good. And the spawn token is immediately destroyed as soon as the necromancer is dead. So the necromancer did not escape, and Hitch did his thing. That is awesome. That's going to be the end of Hitch's turn. Quite an active turn for Hitch. So next up is Morgan. Now Morgan is a spellcaster, but he doesn't want to cast into that space there, because if he misses, he's going to hit our dwarf. Now our dwarf has the tough ability, and I don't remember if that just applies to zombies. It might apply to the first hit of a round. Let me look at tough, because then it's a little less risky to actually just shoot into that space and try to kill that zombie there. The survivor ignores the first wound received from a single zombie. Every zombie face that does not count for a player shooting them in the back by accident. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Here is Morgan. Here is our dwarf Glinda. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to move into there for 1 action. Now, because there's a zombie there, for him to continue to move, it's going to cost him an extra point, and he's going to do that. He's going to, so it's going to cost him 2, and he's got 3 actions right now. It's going to cost him another one to move to there, and that's where he's going to end his turn, so he can pick up that token next turn and then search. Since he couldn't be helpful in defeating that zombie at this moment in time. And that is not it. So next up we're going to go to Clome, who's way down south again, so let's go see him. Big old Clome just has a little short sword, but he is a barbarian. Let's look at what barbarian does as far as special abilities are concerned, since that is his primary ability. So we got to get past all these +1 dice ones and get to barbarian. Okay, we're barbarian. When resolving melee actions, the survivor can forfeit the dice number of the melee weapons he uses to roll instead a dice amount equal to the number of zombies standing in his zone. Skills affect the dice value, like +1 die melee will apply. So right now he can walk it, which he's going to do. So he has to sacrifice. Let me read that again. It's kind of an odd one, isn't it? So let's just read that again to make sure I understand it. I haven't used this ability before in this game, Barbarian. It says again, when resolving a melee action, the survivor can forfeit the dice number of the melee weapon, which is only 1. Okay, no problem. He uses to instead roll instead a dice amount equal to the number of zombies standing in his zone. Okay. Well, and it's equal to the, I guess, so it's still 4+, but yeah, so his first action, he's going to move in here. For his second action, he's going to use his barbarian ability and forfeit the lame 1 dice and get 3. That's the way I read that. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that's the way it reads. Okay, so 3 dice. That's the number of zombies in there. Now, if it was 1 for 1, it wouldn't matter, but in this case it does. And he got 1 of them in that attack. Boom. So that is going to give Clome an experience point. Okay, we're going to take that out for his. That was his second action. For his third action, man, is he going to end? Oh, he could be in trouble right here. He can't move out because he won't have enough actions. So I guess he's just going to have to deal with it. He might get hit. Let's see if he can kill these 2 in this shot. No, he does not. So he is going to take a wound from these zombies, but he did kill 2 of them, giving him 2 experience points. And we don't have any ability to heal at this moment. Not good. Not good at all. But he did whack 2 of the zombies down, and that is going to be his turn. Now we got Sylvia. Now Sylvia's up north, so let's go to her. So here's Sylvia. She too has a short sword, but she's way up at the top, so we're going to go up to her character. Zoom in on her action. So she's basically going to move to here. That's 1 action, and for her second action, she is going to take a swipe at that zombie. Let's take the dice bowl and move it up to there. She only gets 1 die. Again, it's a short sword, so it's 4+. So for her second action, she could have taunted the zombie out of the space. She does have that ability, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. She's just going to try and kill it. A 5. She actually succeeds in killing this zombie. Good on you, Sylvia. So let's go back to her character. Okay, she gets 1 experience point. Now, she is then going to use her final action, since it is clear of zombies, to search. So we're going to get the search deck out and see if she gets something useful. A torch. Well, always useful. We'll just put it in her other hand right there. And now she's carrying a torch and a short sword. Now, what does a torch do? It says, well, you can draw 2 action cards when searching. And it says spend 1 action to discard the torch from hand and select a Dragon Ball token on 0 to 1 to resolve it. So you can throw it, if you get Dragon Ball, you can throw the Dragon Ball into a space, throw the torch into it, and blow stuff up. Pretty cool. But that is going to be the end of her turn, actually. That was all of her actions. And that is going to be all of the actions of the player. So now we're going to go to some trouble. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is resolve some zombie attacks. Okay, and we do unfortunately have one right here because it's the first thing that happens. Clome has no way to defend himself at this point, so he is going to take a point of damage. That is very bad. He is wounded from the zombie. That's going to be the only zombie attack on the board, because the only one in any space or range to do an attack. So the next thing we're going to do is zombie moves. Okay, we're going to start up here. Now this is a runner, so he's going to move 2. He's going to move to where the most noise is. Okay, it's right here. So we have a problem. Okay, I don't want to mix up rules, so I'm going to have to go take a look. I'm trying to remember if in movement, and there's no line of sight, they're going to move to the closest noise, but if it's equal distant, so it's right here, which is equal distant from where he is when he has to make the decision, I think he might become 2. Let me go look. I got to remember that, because in the old Zombicide they would split and become more zombies. Let me check. Yeah, so I hate it when this happens. So since this is equal distant, let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this will split into 2. One will head this way and one will head that way. That is a drag, because that gave us an extra runner zombie that we didn't need. Now we're going to have a lot of movement down here. Unfortunately, it's not, or fortunately rather, it's not fast movement. These 3 are going to move to here. These 3 are going to move to here. So there's a big giant mob coming this way. And little Cadence with her short bow is the only thing standing between them right now. Now, here's the problem. Don't forget we have the Deadeye Walkers. And how they work is, it says Deadeye Walkers have the same targeting priority, which we haven't had to worry about targeting priority yet, so I haven't gotten into that. It says Deadeye Walkers, whenever they activate while having line of sight on a survivor, range 0 to 3, 1, 2, 3. So Cadence is already in a bad spot there. We meant to move her. Now they move, so they're not going to activate in a spot where they can shoot yet. Then they perform a standard zombie attack on the designated zone. If several zombies are eligible, they choose their several zones are eligible, they choose their targets according to priority. The zone with the most survivors, the zone with the most noise, if all eligible zones. So 0 to 3, that is really rough. We're probably going to have to back off around this corner and kind of wait for them to come up to us, right? Not sure. Got to think about that, but we're going to have to definitely take those archers out. They are dangerous. Anyway, that's it for moves. So we really have a good view of all the current spawn points. So the first one is up north, so I'm going to get this. I'm going to get the zombie cards out. We're going to spawn one up here. Uh-oh, another Necromancer. Wow, Necromancer cards coming out early. That might be good for us. I don't know. But as you know, that is going to create a second temporary spawn point here. Also puts us in a bad place because he's going to beeline for the closest exit, which is, I think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go either way, so we're going to have to choose to see which way he goes. I assume that that he would try and take the safest exit. I don't know. I think he might get out. That's bad. And as a result of that, we're going to draw another zombie card, which, oh no, it's an abomination. Well, at least it's not a special it's just an abomination. And I believe in this scenario it doesn't say I can't have one. So, man, this Necromancer over here came packing. Here, guys, is the basic abomination for a Zombicide Black Plague. It's like a big peasant zombie guy with his guts hanging out. Everything's pretty cool, very detailed, and he is going to appear here with this Necromancer. Man, that's a rough. That could really hurt us. Really hurt us. But that's not the end of it, because we still have the 2 spawns down here to go. So let's take the deck down here. We're going to do this spawn point next. Hopefully it's nothing terrible. Just a meager little walker. Okay, we can accept that. Boom. And get rid of that card, and then we're going to draw one more. What is it? Really? The Abominator. Okay, 2 abominations on the board. This is about to get really ugly for us, guys. I'm sorry. This is the way it goes. This is the exceptionally cool Abominator. But I'm going to check the rules to see if we can have more than one out at a time. I don't remember. I think we can't, but I'm going to check. Especially with these special guys. In fact, the rules are in with him, so I'm going to check that as well and see. So yeah, multiple miniatures are available. They will come out. So the zombie Minotaur is here. Now what does he do that's different? He does do something. Okay. Zombie Minotaur. So again, each attack executed by an Abominator inflicts 2 wounds to its target. Abominators can smash through doors and walls when they move to reach their target zone. Set their target zone before moving them, ignoring closed doors and walls but not vault doors and ramparts. If an abomination has to go through a closed door or wall first, put a broken wall token to link its starting destination zone and remove any closed doors. So, I mean, I guess he's going to burst. The most noise is here. He's got no line of sight. Zombie spawn in a previous closed building. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting, guys. He hasn't activated yet. He just showed up, so we're not worried about it. But if he does activate, he's going to burst through this wall. We're going to spawn the zombies in here. It could get really, really ugly, and he's really tough, and we have no way to deal with him right now. None at all. The only way we can do it is that I think a couple of characters have the ability if they get strong enough to do 3 points of damage without the Dragon Ball, but that's really rare. So I think we're in some hot water here, but that was our zombie spawn point. We're going to be running from some abominations, that is for sure. Okay, so we're going to go to the end phase. We're going to clean up. We got nothing to clean up. We're going to move the first player token to Cadence, who we'll see what she does. Now, she's a marksman, so she might step up, shoot, and step back, but then she'll be within range. Yeah, 0 to 3. She's already within range, so she does not have a weapon to shoot that far. Oh, yeah. This is so bad. It's unbelievable. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's go back around to our player actions. Cadence is our first player. You know what? I was doing it a different way, but I'm going to put these markers down so just one, so it's easier to track. Because we do know that Gloam has taken a point of damage, and that's not good. Or Clone, rather. But anyway, we're going to go with Cadence first. Here's Cadence. Cadence also happens to be very close on the board. So my initial thought was to move, shoot, and then move, but then those 3 archers are going to get to shoot at her. Oh, yikey. I think what we're going to do with her... Oh man, this is rough already. I'm a little worried about what to do there. I think we're going to move her 1, 2, and just prepare to start shooting at things as they come within range. Well, she's got a 0 to 1, so I think they'll be able to take that guy. And I think I'm more worried about this right here. And I don't see how we're going to keep that Necromancer up top from escaping. Pretty rough stuff. All right. Well, that's it for Cadence. Cadence is just trying to get positioned where she's going to be effective, and I don't know how that's going to happen. But anyway, we're going to go on to Hitch next. In the cleanup phase, I forgot to remove those 2 noise tokens, but Hitch is right here. So I think for Hitch's first action, he's going to step in the room. Second action, he's going to attack that zombie there. So let's get the dice bowl out, and hopefully we have some good luck. When again, just as a short sword, needed 4 or better. A 5 did kill this zombie. We've been really good at killing things. And then for his final action, he's going to search. So here's the search deck right here. Let's scroll down just a little bit. Let's hope we get something decent. Oh no! Boom. It's a zombie. We're not getting lucky, guys. Not getting lucky at all. That was Hitch's whole turn right there. We're in some serious trouble. But now we have Morgan. Well, Morgan is in a place with an activation token. Let's take a look. So for Morgan's first action, we're going to pick up this token and see if it's one of the green or blue ones. It's the green one, so we can get in this door now. Good job, Morgan. I'm just going to place this right here for now on Morgan's sheet. And then Morgan's going to spend the next action searching. Mind you can only search once per turn per location. Let's see what we get. A repeating crossbow. It is one-handed, so we can put it here, I suppose. Just 3 dice. That's good. We want to get this to Cadence, though, at some point. So right now, gives Morgan a choice. Some choices there. And that was the second action. But while we're here, we're going to move his experience point marker up to 6 because he got the green token there. That's worth 5 experience points. So he's almost in the next level, which will give him an extra action. We're going to need all the extra actions we can get. And for his last action, he's simply going to move back into here and get ready to move out. They're going to move out of that building and try and meet up with their compadres and start the big battle because it's coming. And that's going to be it for Morgan. So that's the end of Morgan's turn. Next week we're going to have Clome. Clome is way down south again. Has a zombie in his room again. So let's go down there. Okay, here's Clome. He's going to attack with his short sword. He's only got 1 there, so he's just going to roll 1 die. He killed it with a 6. Man, he's doing some good damage too. So that was a 3rd experience point for Clome. Now for his second action, do I really want to go in the yellow zone right now? Give him an extra action? I don't know. Because if he picks up this token, he's going to... No, you know what we're going to do? We'll let Hitch pick up the token. So for his second action, he's going to search. Plenty of bolts does not help, but he'll put it in his backpack to give to somebody else later. And then for his last action, he will move out here and start to prepare for either going into that building or moving around to see if he can fight something. And that is going to be Clome's 3 actions. Good job, Clome. At least he got something to... If we can get the plenty of bolts and the that crossbow to Cadence, we're in that's going to really set Cadence up nicely. So we got to do that. Now, next up is going to be Sylvia. Now she is up north with her torch. I'm just going to put her here. I'm not going to go to her figure. She's way up north because she's going to use her her torch to search twice, or to get 2 draws on the cards. Now, as I understand it, this will... okay, well, we know what's going to happen here. So she gets to pick one of these. The other one's going to get discarded. We're going to take... We already got plenty of bolts, so we're going to take this Death Strike spell. She's not going to take it. She's going to put her backpack and trade... Well, actually, for her second action, she's going to trade this with Morgan. And Morgan will replace... Well, will he replace the mana... yes, he's going to replace his Mana Blast with this Death Strike because it does 2 points of damage, as opposed to the Mana Blast's 1, but it does the exact same thing otherwise. So, and then this one will unfortunately be discarded. I did check, even though the card doesn't read that way on the torch, you only get to get one of the search cards. Okay, and that was her second. So her first action was to search. Second action, she traded. Third action, she's going to head out into the street and start to move. Get ready to start moving. So that's Sylvia. So Sylvia is done. Next up, we're going to have Glinda rather, the dwarf, and she is up where she's way up in that room up there too. So for her first action, she too is going to search. You know what I could have done is, as Sylvia's last action, instead of moving out, I could have traded the torch to Glinda. In fact, I think we're going to do that. So Sylvia actually didn't leave the room yet. Her last action was to trade with Glinda. And he's giving Glinda the torch, because then if Glinda gets a good search item, it's going to get to search with 2. Allows for better searching. So we got 2 cards here. Let's see what she gets. She gets a shield and some salted meat. Well, obviously we got to take the shield. Reroll. It's armor. The salted meat gets 1 experience point. That sucks to lose that, but it's not the end of the world. It says discard, so you have to actually have it in your inventory. So we're going to take the shield. Now, she can place a hammer in the slot and have an extra slot open, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to put the shield there for right now. So Glinda's got a shield, which will be helpful to keep her from getting too far damaged. I'll take these extra ones out. And that was actually Sylvia's last action. So now we're getting on to Glinda's actions. Now she searched, so that's 1. Second action, will she trade this back to Morgan to search? No, she'll trade it back to Sylvia. So for her second action, she's giving the torch back to Sylvia. And for her last action, she will move out. Because maybe Sylvia or Morgan can search one more time. They will search one more time and see if they can get some Dragon Bile. But we got creatures coming at us. We're going to have to do some fighting. Okay, and that actually is the end of the player actions again. So we came full circle on that, and we're in some serious trouble. So, yeah, boom. Next up, we are going to go to zombie attack. Now, there aren't any. There are no zombies in the zones with players. So now we're going to go to zombie moves. Now, each player represents noise. And the most noisy location is up here. So if I have to go by line of sight, because none of the zombies have line of sight on any of the characters, I'm worried mostly about this guy. He's going to head north. I thought he'd bust through this wall, but actually Gloam and Hitch didn't actually make any additional noise. So the most noisy spot is up here, according to the rules. And so that's where our Zombator will go. But let's start moving. So we'll move this guy first. This runner, he's going to go 1, 2. I think you can see all the board from there. Yes. The Necromancer is going to go 1. The Abomination is following him. This guy's going to go 1. Hold on, let me move him next. All of these will move up 1. This one will move here, this one will move here, and the Zombie Tar will move here. Okay, so, man, what a busy map. Of course, now we have to spawn. So we're going to start way up at the top there, and hopefully we have a little better luck. We got to spawn 2 up there because of the Necromancer's spawn point. This is really bad for us. So what do we get here? Deadeye Walkers, 3 Deadeye Walkers up there. So our luck is actually managing to get worse. Okay, they are going to be here, here, and here, but that's not all. Now, we didn't go into the yellow zone yet, so that is what happens. There would have been 4 otherwise. We have to draw another one. Oh, no, nothing. No one. Good for a change. So that only spawned the 3 archers up top. Now we're going to move down to here. Let's see what badness happens down on the south side of the board. Okay, we're going to draw another card. Double spawn. Okay, so what does that mean? It says don't spawn here, spawn 2 cards at the next one, right here. So we're going to get 2 spawns there instead. So there's nothing to happen here, but next up we get 2 walkers. So 2 walkers appear here, and then we're going to get 1 more with a fatty. Okay, let me get the fatty out and 2 more walkers to go with him. And did this get bad fast? Wow. We are in some serious trouble, guys. That is amazing. We'll see how we get through this. 2 abominations on the board, 6 Deadeye walkers, 2 fatties, lots of zombies, runners. It's just madness, I tell you. Madness. Okay, but that's the end of the spawn phase. So now we're going to go back around to, we're going to clean up. So I don't have any noise tokens on the board. I got to remember, always make sure to get those. The token is going to go to, first player tokens go to Hitch. So Hitch will be the first player, which is good because Hitch is in the room down south. We're going to get started with Hitch right now. I'm going to do 1 more turn for this. I'm going to make it a nice long episode with some real meat into it. Hope you're enjoying it. Zombicide Black Plague is fun. It's challenging. This is going to be, I made it more challenging. This is actually an easy scenario, but because of the things I added into it, proving to not be so easy. We can dodge 1 abomination, but 2 and the 1 being a special one, that's not good. Okay, let's continue. First up we have Hitch. Now Hitch is in this room. Now, up north you do see that green spawn token. It doesn't actually activate till I open the green door, and then then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spawn points. Oof. Okay. Okay, so we got a Hitch down here, right here. Hitch is going to first pick up this token. It is just one of the red tokens, so one of the objectives. We have to pick them all up, remember, but that does give Hitch 5 experience points. Puts Hitch at 6 right below the yellow zone, so we're close to having 3 people in the yellow zone. Next thing that Hitch is going to do is search. We're looking for some Dragon Bile, please, so we can get rid of one of these guys. We did not. Hitch found some apples that we're going to discard to give Hitch another experience point, putting him up into the yellow zone. So what does that do? That means that we take one of these other pawns here, and you see that there's a +1 action. Boom. +1 action for Hitch. So for that action, we're going to move Hitch out into the world and join Clome there, because we're going to have some major fighting coming up. Unfortunately, we don't have good weapons. Just got a short sword. The ones that have the better weapons are up north. Okay, so on that note, we're going to then end Hitch's turn. Okay, Morgan is up north, so what are we going to do with Morgan first? We're going to search. Yep, search. Okay, so we're going to search with Morgan, see what he gets. Gets a great sword. Will he trade the great sword to Sylvia? Sylvia's got the torch. Great sword does 5 dice, needs a 5 to hit, but it does lots of dice. Actually, I want to get that to Galinda. So he's going to put that in his backpack right now. Boom. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, and then we've got to get moving, so he's going to move out. We didn't find the Dragon Bile yet. And then he's going to, he could blast that. Does he trade the, well, Glinda's going to go still. He might trade, and this is a 2-handed weapon. The greatsword? No, it's not. I mean, it can only be used by itself, but does he trade this to Galinda? No, you know what? He's not going to trade it to Galinda, because Galinda's hammer does 2 points, and the greatsword does not. So he's going to leave it in his black backpack, and he's going to shoot a death strike at the runner right there. Now, it does, it's 0 to 1 range, it needs a 4+. It does, however, create noise, so that's going to be the noisiest spot, which I kind of want to have happen, because I want the Zombitar to head that direction. Yeah. Now, abominations don't split. Okay, so we're not going to have 2 Zombitars on the board. It's just going to pick a direction and go. And it can, remember, it can go through walls and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, anyway, we're going to do a death strike. Let's go to the dice bowl. I'll get it out right here. Boom. We have 1 die. We need to roll a 4 or better with his death strike to see if he can kill that runner. He fails, so he missed. He does not go into the yellow zone. That was his searched, moved, shot. Those are his actions. He did not go into the yellow, so he does not get the extra action. And his death strike missed. Okay. That is the end of Morgan's turn. Next up, we are going to have Clome. So I'm going to get Clome out. Clome is down south. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him yet. We got an objective in front of us, but we got lots of bad stuff happening. So the secret, one of the big secrets, is to collect the black book, which is here, and also we can get into the vaults and get these better items. So now if I move Clome here and he's going to go 1-2 and hit the building, he'll be exposed to the archers there. He could open this up and try and get that token, maybe clear that area out. I'm not sure what to do there because we got those archers are really causing me some grief, and we got to get in that green door somehow. I mean, he's a barbarian. I could charge him in there, but he's only got a short sword, so he will be hit by many things, and the Zombitar would come after him for 2 points. So we can't really do that. He's already damaged. Let's do this. We got to get this token too. And if I create enough noise, oh man, this is rough. I'm not sure what to do here, guys. Let's see, does he want to break in that door? I mean, we need it, so I don't know if he's going to get a better chance. So yeah, what we're going to do here is we're going to try and bust open this door. So I have the dice tray out. He needs a 4+ to do that. A 6. Well, he doesn't miss on things very often. Does create noise. So now the noise is equal to here as it was there. So that was his first action. Now, unfortunately, we do have to populate these 2 rooms here. So I'm going to get the cards out. Let's see what we get. We get a walker. Not going to complain about that. We'll put got to get the zombie miniatures out and a walker. So we're going to have 2. We're in the yellow zone. We're going to have 4 walkers and 2 walkers. Okay, another dilemma arises. So that was his first action. Does he move in there for a second action and swing? If he can kill enough of them, he will go into the yellow and get another action. If it's empty, then he could search, because he can use his barbarian ability to roll 4 dice. I don't think we have a choice. We got to take some risks because there's too much danger around us. So he is going to pop into here for a second action, and for his third action, we're going to attack that space. Okay, let's hope he has a little luck. 4 dice. Bam! He got 3 of them, which unfortunately is not enough. Let me show you his experience. It's going to go up to 6. And he's the only one left there. Well, no, Cadence can come help him. And that was his third action. So he busted door open, stepped in, killed 3 walkers in one big swipe. Okay, and that's going to be Clone's turn. So he's almost at the yellow zone. We're definitely going to be able to get to the red zone, I think, in this. We'll see. We have to get somebody to the red zone. He's going to kill a lot of things if we can survive it. Let's go on now. That means that we're going to have Sylvia, who's up north. She's going to go next. Here is Sylvia. She's got the torch. She's still in the room. So we got the search deck out here, so she's going to search twice. We're trying to find some Dragon Bile. We did not, but we did find a very helpful spell in a fireball and a shield. She could take the shield. The fireball, the advantage of the fireball, it's still a 4+, only does 1 damage, but it rolls 3 dice. I think she's going to take the shield. That seems like the better way to go, but we still don't have a Dragon Bile. And we're going to have to exit this room. We cannot stay there forever, or we're going to end up in heaps of trouble. So for her second action, she's going to move. Oh, you know what? Did I go with Morgan? Yeah, Morgan stepped out and shot his thing, didn't he? Did I miss Morgan? I did not miss Morgan. He's got the great sword. He stepped out. Yeah, okay. Because you know what I should have done is shot with the stupid repeating crossbow at that runner, because now we're in trouble. As I just realized, we're going to take some hits. But we're going to have to take a swing from somebody. We got armor, and Galinda can take the first hit. So we're okay. So she moved out. She does not want the great sword. Well, you know what? She can trade for the great sword. Let's do this. She's going to trade with Morgan. She's going to take the great sword from Morgan. That means that we're going to put... She's not going to give Morgan the short sword. She's going to put the short sword in her backpack. And she'll equip the great sword for now. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for her. That was her actions. So again, the Zombitar right now is heading up that direction. So that's going to be the end of Sylvia's turn. I feel like I feel like I'm in trouble. We still have Galinda though. So here's what we're going to do with Galinda. She is, because remember, Hitch was the one to go first. So let's take a look at Galinda. She's going to be able to kill that zombie. So for her, I think She's got taunt. Does she want to taunt him into the space? Let me see what that will do. Let's look up taunt real quick. I just want to see if that would be more, because there's archers up there with a 0-3 range. They're going to move, but they're not going to be able to attack this turn. So I don't know if it's going to matter if she taunts it or not. But let's look at taunt. The survivor can use this skill for free once during each of his turns. Select a zone. The survivor can see all zombies standing in the selected zone immediately gain an extra activation. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's what we're going to do. I got it. So Galinda's going to move first. So she's going to move here. She's got her hammer. She's going to not go after this. Man, that's okay. Next thing she's going to do is attack that. Yeah, she's going to. It's a free action to use her taunt. So she's going to taunt. Remember, it's line of sight. She's going to taunt these two in this direction. I'm just going to double check that to be sure, but I think that will work. That way we can take down the Necromancer and get rid of that extra spawn point up there. That would be super nice. So taunt, survivor can use the skill for free once each of his turns. Select a zone your survivor can see. All zombies ending in the select immediately gain an extra activation. They try to reach the taunting survivor by any means available. Okay, that was the right thing to do. Okay, so we move there. Now we still got two actions. She's going to attack the runner twice. Okay, she only gets one die. Let's see what she gets. A 6. Boom. She took out the runner. Good deal. That is going to put her up to 2 experience points. She's got to get a lot more than that, and she still has one more action. So, what will she do? Well, we know we cannot take on the abomination. So, oops, sorry, bumped the camera. I think what she's going to do next is just continue to move, because we're all going to continue to move and try and gather up again now that we've cleared that one room out. And can get into here. We got to clear this out so we can get into here and get into the middle space. We could lure the Zombitar there and just have him open up a wall, I suppose, but I don't know if I like that idea at all. Okay, well that was Galinda. That was Galinda's action. She did pretty good. She helped us out, taunted the Necromancer this way so we can kill him. And we got, with Morgan, he's got it's only a 0-1 range, but keep in mind that next turn they're going to move up, so as he passes by, he can take a shot with the crossbow at the Necromancer. So let's continue on. Okay, the only one left here for this turn is Cadence. Cadence is going to do some sniping, I think. So now she has no experience, so she's a ways off from doing anything, but she is a marksman. So actually she can't do much at all, because if she moves here and shoots, they're all going to move onto her space and shoot at her. Man. Okay. She's going to do this. I should have had her do this before, but we screwed that up. 1, 2, and shoot. She'll shoot that zombie to see if we can keep him from getting any damage. She's got a short bow. She's got marksman, so she will not risk hitting our guy. So we still need a 4, or 3 actually. The short bow's a 3. It's pretty good, so we don't need to do much to hit. We got a 4, so she did take out that zombie. Clone will not take any more damage this turn. That is good. And she gained an experience point. But that is it, man. Our players are done. So we got some trouble coming to us right now. Let's start some. Now there are no zombies that can attack this turn, so it's going to be nothing but zombie moves, and that is going to be bad. We'll just start up here. These 2 are going this way. These 3 are coming here, and then we'll head down south. Where a vast majority of the action is taking place. So these 3 here are going to shamble into clone space. This entire group is going to move up. This runner is going to move up with them. This will move here. There's no line of sight, so will she move there? Is she going to split? Nope, equal amount of, so we can choose. She's going to go this way. I think so is he, unfortunately. And then these bunch will move up there. I think that's the way it's going to go, because there's 3 noise tokens here and 3 noise tokens there. It's the same, so pick the closest of the 2 and move that direction. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Man, what a disaster. Man, I hope we don't get choked off by that Zombitor. That would be so bad. Now, we could be losing this one. I got to be very clever. We're going to lose this scenario. Because we have no way to kill these. We got to get in here. That's the secret sauce. We got to get in there and get to the vaults, because then we can get to another room. Okay, well, that is that. So let's do some spawning. We got lots of spawning to do. First off, we have the 2 spawn points up here. So the first one is going to give us a runner. Okay, put a runner there, and the second one is going to give us 2. Oh wait, sorry. Nope. Take it back. That we're in the yellow zone now, so that's not going to be a runner. It's going to be 4 walkers. Bam, and then another 2 walk. Oh, and it says an abomination. So it won't be an abomination because there's only 1 abomination figure. What it will be is a fatty with 2 walkers. Man, I love how this game can spiral out of control. Okay, now we're going to go down south. We have more coming. Let's see what we get down here. Really? Well, guys, I'm going to say this game is about to be done because there is a figure available for the Abomatroll. And guess what? He is coming out, so let me get his ugliness out. We're in such deep doo-doo. There's 3 abominations on the board. My mistake, I probably should not have put them all in the pack, but I figured they wouldn't come out, all out at one time, being that there are hundreds of cards. Sorry, I'm trying to open the thing with a minute. But here he is, and he's going to be right here. So let's see. It looks like the enemy was so much more prepared than us. What does the Abomatroll do? The Abomatroll can only be killed with Dragonfire. Abominations have 3 actions to spend. Abomatrolls have 3 actions to spend whenever they activate, while having line of sight on the survivor. So he only moves 1 if he's got no line of sight. Is that it? After all zombies have gone through their activation step and resolved their first action, including runners and abominations and Abomatrolls, the Abomatroll goes through the activation step again, using its second activation. Bum bum bum. Or move if nobody attacks. Then the abomination goes. So he's going to get lots of activations. If he has line of sight on people, I don't know how we're going to avoid that, to be completely honest. I think that we are in deep doo-doo. And we still have to draw 1 for here. Let's see what we get. All standard runners. Okay, so all standard runners activate. We have only 1 right now. It's this one. It's going to go 1, and then it's got line of sight, so it's going to move into here for 2, but it's not going to do anything. Let me show you. Sorry. It's going to go 1, 2 to there. And he's the only runner. I'm looking around all the miniatures. He is the only runner around, so that's good. I just realized that nobody in the south section has a weapon that can kill a fatty. Man, we got to get something going on here. I don't know. I think we're totally hosed in this, guys. This is going to be a short one, and I do believe we're going to lose it. I put too much into the game. I think we should have just had 1 of the abominations, special abominations, and that's it. We would have 2 to deal with. Now we have 3 and no way to kill any of them. So it's going to be interesting. But that's going to end our session for today. Give me some hints, guys. What do you think I should do? I feel like we're in serious trouble. I actually think I have to send people back into that building to search, and they're going to get cut off from the others, the ones up north, and the ones south. I don't. It's crazy. We've got to get some Dragon Ball, or we're just not going to win. And torches, and other stuff. But let's see what we can do. We're going to keep going. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. We're in a lot of trouble in this game session today, but it's fun. Just don't think we're going to make it. Next time, if I do replay this scenario with you guys, I will take out. I'll probably only put 1 of the special zombie abominations in there. Mainly because this is a small board too, so there's not a whole lot of places to go. We're completely cut off unless we can get into this building. So it's big trouble. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I always appreciate it. I appreciate all the attention. Hey, I'm closing in on another milestone for subscribers. So if you can help me with that, do a little subscriber drive, I'd appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.